It is March 21st. I'm gonna take a test. And it's really early, but Riley and I are trying, so I can feel a change in my body, and I've been having a couple of symptoms. This morning I felt extremely nauseous. I just had a wave of nausea, and I am supposed to start my period in 2 days, but I'm just so anxious. I just want to take one. It's not my first morning urine, which worries me a little bit, but I just want it to be accurate, and I want it to say yes. So I want to take one right now. Okay, I'm just gonna put this over. I know, don't look at my nails, they're horrible. And now we wait. Hey guys, so today I figured I'd tell you a little bit about my first trimester with this pregnancy. If you don't already know, this is my second pregnancy. I have a 3-year-old daughter, and yeah, it's been completely different than the first pregnancy. So I figured I'd kind of share with you how this pregnancy is going so far. I just turned 15 weeks a couple days ago, so I'm about 2 weeks out of my first trimester, so I feel like it's kind of a good time to do like a little first trimester recap, just to kind of tell you guys how it went for me. And I just realized I'm not wearing my wedding ring, so ignore that. It's in the bathroom. I forgot to put it on. And sometimes I'm so bad at that. I don't know. Is there anyone else that's bad at that? I just completely forget to put my ring on. I need to be better at that. But it's because I don't sleep in it. So I put it in like a little dish before I go to sleep, and then I just forget to put it on. So it's fine. We're fine. But yes, so where should I begin? So like I said, I'm 15 weeks now. I just turned 15 weeks a couple days ago, and I'm finally feeling a lot better. I don't even know where to start. Like I said before, my pregnancy with Freya, my 3-year-old daughter, was such a breeze. I was so just like naive to what this pregnancy would be, because I had such a easy pregnancy with Freya that I don't know what I thought. I mean, I didn't like expect it to be easy like that. I just didn't expect how I felt and like the extremes that it was just extremely different than what I had ever felt being pregnant. So I was naive in that sense. I just was not prepared for that. So I figured I'm in a good space now that I can finally talk about it and like not feel completely sick the whole day or the whole time I'd be filming this. So I figured now it's a good time. But so before you see this recap, I think I'm gonna attach when I found out I was pregnant. I filmed it. I'm so glad I filmed it. And you'll see that before you see this recap. So it's a pretty short video, so I figured I'd just combine them. And it's really sweet, and it makes me cry because I'm just like, and I was so happy. And yeah, so so you'll see that. But I found out I was pregnant pretty early on. Riley and I were trying for this baby, and so it kind of was tracking when I was ovulating and like my fertile window, and I don't know how accurate that is, to be honest. I really don't know how accurate that is, because I don't think I even got pregnant on my fertile window. So it's very confusing to me, and that could be a whole nother video, but we're just sticking with the recap right now. But I did find out early on. I found out 2 days before I was supposed to start my period, and I just had a feeling like I was already having symptoms, and the symptoms were like my boobs were really tender, and I was nauseous. I was already getting nauseous, and that should have been the sign that I was about to be on a roller coaster for the next, 6 to 8 weeks. So I had no idea what I was, about to experience. Yeah, so if you just heard the air conditioning, come on, sorry, the air conditioning is so loud in this house. But yes, so it was positive, and Freya was standing right next to me. I was so excited, and I was gonna plan this really cool, special way to tell Riley, but I was just so excited to tell him. And I can't remember what he went to go do. What did he go do? I can't remember. He left the apartment, and I took the test, and when he came back I told him, and you'll see it in the video. But he knew that I was already having symptoms, and we had been trying. So and I can't ever keep my mouth shut when I'm feeling away, like if I feel nauseous or my boobs hurt or whatever. But so he kind of knew, like we kind of thought maybe I was, but yeah, so he wasn't completely surprised. Obviously he was so happy when he found out. We were both so happy, and yeah, we're just very lucky that we I don't know, that I got pregnant really early on. So, and I am aware that Riley and I are so lucky that we really did not have any issues getting pregnant. So I don't want it to seem like that we aren't grateful or aware that we are very lucky. We do know that we are really lucky, and I know a lot of women struggle with that. So just want to make that point. The first 2 weeks after I found out I was pregnant, I would have symptoms, but they weren't super crazy. I think it was week 4 that it really hit me bad. And keep in mind, my first trimester was completely in isolation, quarantine. My whole family was quarantined. I didn't see, we still live with my mom, but we lived with my mom in her old house at the time. And so we were with my mom, but she was not leaving the house either. So we were all quarantining together, quarantined together. So we didn't see Riley's family for like a month, and that was really hard. We didn't see my sister or my niece and nephew. So yeah, I was stuck in the house. We were all stuck in the house. Riley was working from home, and that whole time I felt like, I'm being dramatic, but I felt like I was gonna die. Like it was pretty bad. And so yeah, so week 4 it really hit me. I really didn't. So I threw up once. I physically like threw up once. TMI, but this is a pregnancy video. If you don't want to hear this, then you can cross out because it's gonna be TMI. But yeah, so I threw up once, and after that I didn't throw up at all, but I was just constantly, from the moment I woke up to the moment I went to sleep at night, I was nauseous. Every smell that I smelt, anything, made me sick to my stomach. And there was moments that I would go to the bathroom to throw up, feeling like I was like that close to throwing up, and I just never did. But it was almost the feeling of like, I wish I would just throw up so this could be over. Like it was that bad, and I just would cry. Keep in mind, I had a 3-year-old. She had just turned 3 around the time I found out I was pregnant, and we were all stuck in the house together. So I'm so lucky that Riley could work from home, because he could like come out and spend like a few seconds with us, and then during his lunch he would spend time with Freya and kind of give me a break, which I'm so grateful for that, because I do not know what I would do. And my mom of course helped me as well, and when Freya would take naps, I would take naps. So it was really difficult, really difficult. And of course Freya doesn't understand what I'm going through. I'm literally laying on the couch all day. I felt such bad mom guilt because I had zero energy to get up and even like make her lunch. Like I had to drag myself off the couch to go make her lunch. Obviously, because I gotta feed my child. I was like, I don't even want to eat. I don't want to look at food. I don't want to smell food. It was really bad. So yeah, my first trimester it was just counting down the days till it was over, honestly, which is bad, because not bad, but it's sad, because you know, you should be enjoying your pregnancy and, you know, just taking it day by day. But at that point I was just like, honestly, can I just throw up, or can we fast forward to my second trimester? Can we just, I was just like, this is awful. I was kind of doing things like, I pretty much tried everything to not feel sick. I ate every 2 hours, at least I tried to. I would snack on high protein snacks, but it was honestly so difficult for me to even eat, because nothing tasted good. Everything made me want to throw up and made me feel sick to my stomach. Literally everything I had to make myself eat. So that was really difficult. I tried those little Prego pops. Those helped for like when I was eating them, and that's it. And at that time I was taking these other prenatals that I think also were kind of making me a little bit more sick. They were the Nature Bounty, I don't know, I may be getting that wrong. You just get them at Kroger. When I first found out I was pregnant, I needed some new prenatals, so I just told Riley to go get me some at the store, and I just said, just go pick these ones up, because they were at the store right next to us. But yeah, those I think kind of contributed to making me feel really sick. So I was taking naps every single day. like 2-hour naps every day, and I honestly looked forward to those naps because I obviously didn't feel sick during those naps. It was a break from the sickness, and I looked forward to that. So that's pretty much how my first trimester went. It was just the feeling of counting down the days till I don't feel sick again, or till I don't feel sick. So I had my first appointment. We had to do it over the phone. It was just like my, I guess like confirmation that I'm pregnant, which was weird because they just believe that. I mean, obviously I was pregnant, but like when you go in, you have to like take a pregnancy test for them to see like, yeah, you're pregnant. So it was just kind of weird how I understand they had to do it over the phone because of the issues in the world. So like I was saying, sorry, Frey woke up from her nap, so I had to go lay her back down. But like I was saying, my first appointment over the phone, and I can't remember if it was before that appointment or after. I think it was after that appointment. I called them to see if I could be prescribed a medicine to help my nausea. And at first she was like, try this. And I was like, is she about to tell me what I've been doing already for the last 3-4 weeks? Like, she's about to tell me what I've been doing and trying forever now, and I'm about to be so mad. So I thought she was about to like not help a girl out, but no. At the very end of the phone call, she said, I can prescribe you with a medicine that will help your sickness. There's 2 options. She gave me 2 options. I picked the one that you take twice a day. And the medicine she prescribed me was Bonjesta. And so they prescribed me Bonjesta, and I was calling my pharmacy just to make sure that our insurance was, covering it at that pharmacy. And so I was talking to the guy over the phone, and he was like, so with your insurance, you're only gonna have to pay like $120 for this prescription. And I was like, my heart just broke, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm literally gonna have to deal with the sickness for the rest of my first trimester without medicine. Like, I really thought that that's what was gonna happen. And he was like, you know what? I think I have a coupon for you. Let me try and apply that, and I'll come back to you with a new price or whatever. And so he came back and he was like, okay, with the coupon, it's only gonna be $25. I was like, man, someone's looking out for me today. So I got the medicine. I was so happy. It was like the best thing that could ever happen. I was just so happy at that point. I just wanted anything to help me feel better. So I got the medicine. Like I said, it's called Bonjesta. That's what they prescribed me. I just trusted that it would help me, and that's what my doctor prescribed me. So I chose to take it, and it was a twice-a-day medicine, but they told me that once it starts to kind of work and once I start to feel better, I can only take it, or I can start taking it only once a day. So I was like, okay. So I started taking twice a day, morning and night. And guys, this medicine, like I'm grateful that I had this medicine, but this medicine made me literally want to sleep all day. It made me so tired. It was a mix of a sleeping medicine and a B12 B12, I think that's what it was. So I was basically taking sleep meds in the morning, guys. I was literally on the couch all day, but it did help me feel better. I did still have a tad bit of feeling like I'm sick, but it wasn't near as bad. So I just continued to take it, and I eventually got to a point where I was only taking at night and kind of just feeling like crap throughout the day still, but I just did not want to feel that tired. I did not feel like myself. I couldn't give any attention to my daughter. It was just not, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'd rather feel that than the sickness that I had before, but basically I got to a point where I was only taking at night, and I finished that medicine at the end of my first trimester, and since then I've been pretty much fine. I haven't had near as much sickness. Here and there I'll feel nauseous, but nothing like before. Let me tell you, nothing like before. So yeah, it's pretty much the sum of my first trimester. So I had a few cravings towards the end of my first trimester and into my second trimester. Not anything crazy, but definitely pickles. Would sit on my bed with a jar of pickles and eat them all. Sour candy. My mouth is watering. Sour candy. That hasn't been like as huge as the pickle, pickle craze I'm on. But it definitely has made its appearance a couple times. And then, what else? I think that's it. This video is gonna be really long because I just forgot that I didn't tell you about my second appointment. So the second appointment was my first ultrasound. I was so excited. Obviously the first ultrasound is like so exciting. I think it was about 8 weeks when I went. But I called them and I was like, can my husband come to my appointment? They're like, yes. And at that point, this whole, virus, I guess, was kind of like, everyone was trying to figure out everything. So I wanted to make sure that he was allowed to come to the appointment. And they're like, yes, he can come. And they didn't say anything about Freya on that phone call or anything about children coming in. So I just thought that she was going to be able to come in. And so we got to the appointment and we had to call him, tell him that we're here, and that I was ready for my appointment. And so they were going to call me back and tell me when to come in. And we were standing outside the door when I was calling him to let him know I was there. And they're like, oh, I see you have your child with you. Unfortunately, we can't let any children in. And so I got so upset because Riley had taken off work. Obviously I wanted him to be there for the first ultrasound. And I had no idea. They did not tell me that children were not allowed. So I was trying to figure it out. It was my appointment time. So I was like, I don't think anyone can get here in time to sit out here with Freya. And he was like, it's fine. I'll just go in. Like, it's fine. Like, making me feel better. And then they call me to tell me to come in, and they're like, oh, do you have a mask? And I was like, no. Like, they didn't tell me any of this. Like, it was still early on in this whole thing that I didn't know if I was supposed to be wearing a mask or not. Like, I didn't even have a mask because I was staying inside at home at all times. Like, I didn't have a mask. And at that point I just broke down. I was like, no, I don't have a mask. And they're like, oh, okay. It's fine for this appointment. Just going forward, just make sure you bring your mask in. I was like, oh my gosh. It was just like one thing after another. So I go in after just bawling my eyes out, and Riley's like, oh, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. And I made sure to video everything, and so Riley could see, and I told my doctor what happened. He was like, I'm so sorry. We just made all these new guidelines, and you should have been told about the new children policy. I was like, so that was my first ultrasound. It was unfortunate, but I understand their measures to keep everyone healthy and safe, and I understand. I just wish I would have known ahead of time. So I didn't because I just wasn't prepared to go in by myself. So yeah, whatever. So since then I haven't been back. They kind of pushed back my appointment. I have an appointment tomorrow, which I'm really excited about. It's my 15-week checkup. I was supposed to have one at my 12-week, I think, but because of this whole thing, they pushed it back to just do my 15-week, and then I'll have my 20-week scan when I find out, or when we find out gender. So only 5 more weeks and we'll find out what we're having. I have no feeling. Everyone thinks it's a boy because it's been completely different from Freya's. I don't know what I think it is. I have no idea. So, I mean, part of me thinks it's a boy because it has been so different, but people say all the time, it doesn't really matter. Every pregnancy is different, whether it's, a boy or a girl. So, who knows? Like I said before, with my first pregnancy, I don't care as long as the baby's healthy. Of course, I'm so used to having a girl. I just I can't picture myself with a little boy, but I'd be so happy either way. I have the cutest little nephew, and he's so sweet, and he's such a mama's boy that it makes me think, wow, I would love to have a little boy and he'd be attached to me. Ugh, that would just be so sweet. So who knows? But yeah, I guess that's all I have to say. I hope I'm not missing anything. Oh, I guess I could show you my bump. So I'm finally starting to get a bump. I thought for sure it would come quicker since it's my second pregnancy, but I mean, it has been 3 years, so let's see. See if we can get a bump. So my bump is very similar to what it was with Freya, or how it looked with Freya. It's very kind of high. So, I mean, it's my belly. It's not huge. Obviously, I'm only 15 weeks, but it's definitely getting there. Yeah, just looks like a bunch of flab right now. But, I mean, it's there. It's starting to grow slowly but surely. I haven't even checked my weight. Don't want to. I don't think I've gained that much weight, maybe a couple pounds, but because my first trimester was just, I did not eat. I did eat, but I had to make myself eat, but yeah. So that is it. That is my first trimester recap. I feel like I covered so much in this video. I hope I didn't forget anything. If y'all want any more baby videos, I don't think I'm gonna do weekly or frequent recaps, because I feel like not much changes that, maybe I'll do a second trimester recap and then a third trimester recap at the very end. Maybe I'll do that. But we'll see. Let me know if that's something y'all are interested in. And yeah, that's it for my video today. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.